Morning. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and it is awesome to be here for our home yoga practice live, our last one out of 2020. It has been an honor to get to grow and practice with you all. And so today I just wanted to bring us in, continue with our theme of purity or saucha, kind of purging and purifying ourselves to get ready for whatever's coming next, okay? So a little bit of cleaning house. All right, but we're going to get to the mat in a minute. But at first, I really felt like I would be remiss if I did not first just do a little bit of a roll call of thank you. And when I say a little bit of a roll call, I know that there are going to be lots of names missing here, but I really felt like a little bit is better than nothing at all. So I want to send out a humongous thank you, and I'm going to roll call it out. Stephanie Nowen, Sarah Garsky, Dali Martinez, Christina Yao, LJ Shelton, Kelly Mayfield, Kendra Pyle, Leanne Perry, Maria Levy, Kim Parham, Claudia and Joseph Hillstrom, Brandy Ellison. Thank you for Stephanie. I'm not even going to try to say your last name. I felt good enough to try to spell it, girl. Gaia. Dive Santos. Oh, missed an S on that. Sorry about that. Victoria Tigueras. Caroline Jacobs. Laurel Tilla. I'm messing that one up, so I should just take that out. Continuing with the thank you roll call. Randy Richards, you know who you are. Tim Reynolds, boom, thank you so much. Jill Chenault, come on, girl, get better now. Amy Henderson, where you been? Jessica, so many Jessicas. I'm not even going to try to recite all of the Jessicas. You know who you are. Thank you. My last bit of roll call for 2020, our crazy pandemic virtual Get the Yoga Done virtually team. Dinah, Amanda Morgan, Yvonne, Kashmika, Brianna, Monica Pino, Hermana Mia, Carrington, where you been? Sarah, Deshawn, so many people. I want to thank you for your amazing support of Just Be Yoga and myself personally, Belinda Thurston, as I've grown as a teacher, as I have grown into this year, as I've tried to be able to share practice as genuinely and authentically as I can. I don't know if many of you know that I don't really have much of a plan. I don't sit and write out a script, Joe, and thank you, Joe Manzella. What's up? We got some Y chromosomes up in the room. Now I'm ready to, let's bring it, right? But I don't really script anything out, right? So in some ways, I'm kind of like an intentional improvisationalist when it comes to sharing yoga. But please know that it's my version of authenticity. So I'm just going to show up here, and if it's on my mind, it's coming out. If I'm saying that there's something that's an obstacle to practice, that's probably me calling myself out. And so I'm hoping that through all of that genuine nature that you find something that says, hey, that resonates with me, I can do it. All right, so welcome to Home Yoga Practice Live. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. This is our last practice of the year. Please do what is good for you. Stop and pause. But today, as we get started, I wanted us to take a moment, whether you're sitting, whether you're standing, okay? So think about that for yourself. You can be sitting or standing to start your practice. Had somebody talk to me in a text earlier saying, oh, that was really killer on my knees. So I want everybody, please own what's good for you in your body. All right, so if you prefer to be standing, do so. I'm going to stay standing now. And we'll do our check-in in terms of where we are in our physical body, in our mind, and in our breath. And as we get ready to move in our bodies with intention and love, I'd like to reflect on what it is that we feel has been our biggest hindrance this year, the biggest obstacle, right? So if it's a big old glob of something and you want to clear it out of your pipes, right? That big thing that's blocking up your closet, the big thing that's blocking up all of the hallways inside of yourself. See it and feel it. And so for me, it's been, I think I need to do it all by myself. Woo! Calling myself out. Yeah, right? It feels really icky. But I'd like us all to kind of look at that and feel it. And be willing to just kind of shovel it out today. And say, we're going to set you aside because I don't want to carry that with me into this new space. So I want to reach out for more help. And I did a lot of that this year, right? I got some assistance. I'm asking for more assistance on teaching. And now let's think about what it is that we want to clear that gunk out of the way for to invite in. And I want to invite in more writing, right? Yeah, I love teaching. I love it. I love seeing all of y'all. But I want to make space, too, for something new, all right? And I want to move with a little bit more ease in my body and grace and acknowledging that, yeah, it's about to be 53. So I should probably start to treat it more like it's 53 than like it was 35. All right, so let's come to the top of our mat. Hold in your mind what it is that you want to shovel out. Feel it. Where is it lodging in your body? That thing that's in your way, that hindrance, that weight you've been carrying around this year, or that lie that you've been just continuing to tell yourself, right? Because behind my I've got to do it all myself is the lie that there is no help out there. Nobody will want to help me, or, you know what I mean? So we've also got to give space for that lie. All right, let's breathe in and lengthen upward. And I just want to work the ribs side to side. So with my theme being in mind, I do want to invite some folks to go ahead and type in now and again throughout our practice and make some suggestions for the ways that you want. So maybe a pose you want us to add in. So that's me not feeling like I got to do it all by myself. We're going to do this as a community. So chime in a posture, chime in a breath practice, chime in. It doesn't have to be right now, but chime in. Good. Let's breathe in and maybe look up and exhale. Let's forward bend. And I'm going to turn sideways. So you can see I'm going to bend my knees a little. First time hanging out. Letting go. Starting to purge and let go of that negative thing. That thing has been in my way. That's been blocking my growth. Not just my growth on the mat. You know, I didn't say I wanted to get that tightness out of that calf muscle so that I could get better and smash my face to my shin bones. Nope, that's not what's on my mind. Let's roll the spine up. And it's okay, too, if you're saying, hey, I've got a pain in my back. But let's also dig into what's going on in our mental space, in our emotional space, our sleep space, our diet space that might be contributing to that pain in your back. All right, I'm keeping my eye on that chat, looking for some poses. Let's breathe in and reaching up. Make space. Be willing to show yourselves reaching an unguarded, uncovered exhale, folding it into ourselves. Remember, those knees can stay soft and rolling that spine up. Breathing in and forward folding. Now, today I'm probably going to keep flowing through. So we're going to start to roll it up. It's Sarah's favorite thing. We're just going to keep moving. All right? And I want you to really choose what it is you want to try, and then what it is that you know in your inner wisdom is not the best thing for you to do. Remember, the goal of home yoga practice is for all of us to start to find some nuggets that help us roll out our mat on our own, in our homes, and whether it's a 5-minute practice on our own or an hour. Starting to be self-led. Not self-taught, self-led. Good. I'm going to hang out here. I'm going to walk my hands forward, maybe bring them onto the floor or a block. So if the floor is too way down, go ahead and get a block or a chair. Your knees could be bent a little bit if that's too much strain on your hamstrings. Right hand down and twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can keep the gaze down, or you can look up at that left hand. Left hand down and twist. Oh, Puma's going to join us for our last practice of the year. And release. Going to bend the knees, lift the chest, chair pose. Hands could be a prayer. Hands could be at your waist. Hands could be behind your back. Hands could be making all kinds of signals that maybe you don't want anybody to say. You want to plank it up. Oh, Sarah wants to cook it. Good. Breathe in. Let's twist. Inhale and twist. Joe, I'm waiting on a suggestion. Breathe in and let's let it go. Good. Let's bring the right hand down and twist. And left hand down and twist. Good. What's in your way? Remember, we're going to focus on the thing that we're going to stop carrying around with us. And bring the hands down, and let's go ahead and get to getting with Sarah. We're going to step it back to plank. Your knees could be down. Feel the heat that's starting to build. Honor your own wrists. Oh my God. Alrighty, so I'm sorry. You guys probably can't see her because she's a black cat. So yeah, there's a cat on my back. I'm going to try to go into down dog. Let's lift the butt up, drop the head down, breathe in, breathe out. I know I said I wanted to invite more help, and I'm sure she thinks that she's helping me. Let's roll the spine forward. Thank you for getting off of me. Breath in, breath out, butt up, head down, down dog. Maybe pedal those heels up and down. Good. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. And roll the spine up to standing. We'll lift that left knee up. Now it could be just an inch off the floor. You could lift it up a little higher. Reach that leg out in front of us. Good. Yep, I totally did just touch the wall. Good. Let's bring that knee back up and then see if we can grab that foot and drop that knee down. Now you could be like, Belinda, are you kidding me? All right, so you could hold a wall to give yourself a shot at this. Let go of any notion of perfection. Now I'm going to start to push the chest forward, lifting that leg up and back. Who knows? Natarajasana. Now I'm going to let that, I can't let that foot go. All right, because I've got a wall behind me. So yeah, there we go. That's Belinda falling. Coming back to holding that foot. Breath. Reach that leg back out. I'm going to place that leg down. Hands behind the back. Feel yourself standing up. Feel your bones. Maybe adjust where the feet are. Let's lift the gaze. Breathe in. Push the legs into the earth. Don't go farther than your body will allow. And then we'll come forward. Both knees could be a little soft. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left hand down and twist. Good. And then forward fold over that front leg. I think I've mixed up our left and our right, so I'm sorry. Going to bend the front leg, step that back leg up, and roll the spine up. Let's take a moment and just feel our breath. Feel the heat building. Heat is building. I'm going to root into my standing leg and lift what should be your right if I try to listen and remember what I did the first time. If we were in a room where I'd hear you all, I would just say, just call it out. Let me know. Yeah, Belinda, you messed that up. We're on this leg. We're on that leg. And that's me just trying to honor. That's right. Ask for more help, Belinda. I'm going to bring my hand and find that foot. Standing up. I'm not reaching for more than I want, than my body will allow here. So I'm not trying to strain, softening in, finding my stability. This is how this feels for me, not anybody else's picture of it. And then I'm going to push that foot into the hand, reaching forward, breathing, and bring it back. Maybe you did that in your mind. Maybe you felt like I did on the other side. Can we laugh out loud? I'm going to release that leg and send it out in front of us, placing it down out in front of us. Look, we're progressing in our journey, and look at all of the different ways that we could feel being in our bodies and expression as we go. Breathe in and lift the chest. I see some more suggestions on that screen. We're going to have some fun. Let's reach forward. Make a sound. Ha. Right hand down or left, depending on what hand can come to the floor. And we're going to twist. Breath in, breath out. I'm going to bring both hands down, forward, fold over that leg. What are we enjoying about what we're feeling here? What are we letting go of in our minds, in our thought patterns? What's holding us back from being here genuinely, authentically? Start to bend that left leg, step the right foot up, roll the spine up. Let's breathe in and reach. Good. Bend the knees, sink the butt back, chair. Breath in. Let's exhale and twist. Good. I don't know what wash hands is, Cheryl, so help me out with that. Inhale. Gaia, give us a suggestion on what we should do next. And twist. Everybody's going to get to contribute because Belinda's learning how to ask for help. That's what I'm going to let go of. I'm going to stop thinking I can do it all by myself. Breathing in and reach. Exhale, forward, fold, hands down, stepping back to plank. Because right now, that's the contribution that we have gotten from Sarah. Breathe in. Remember, those knees could be down. Let's lower down to elbow height or say bunk that and push it back up. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Everybody feel your heart beating. Feel the breath going in and out of your body. Let's send some gratitude to that. We're going to roll it back forward to plank. You know what's coming next. You can skip it. You can laugh out loud with it. Coming down to elbow height. Back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Maybe you're going, heck yeah, look at that. Let's look forward and travel the feet up in between your hands. Notice the foot that you use to step up. Let's try to find some balance. Breathing in, lifting the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Let's come all the way up to standing. Let's reach, maybe a back bend. Hands to prayer. All right, we're going to bend the knees. I'm going to take these glasses off. Some pain in the back legs. Oh, I don't know what you mean. So you want to stretch the backs of the legs? I'm assuming that. I'll keep looking for more on that, Gaia. We're going to find our chair. Cross your left ankle above the right knee. Now, just call this the WTF or LOL portion for now of our program. Just chilling. Some of you may want to see if you can lay your chest down on these legs. Bringing it back up. Maybe you've fallen. Don't try to stop the fall. Go with whatever energy is coming. And let's uncross the legs. Good. Bring the hands behind your back. Open up the chest. Come up to standing. Maybe you smile. Make a sound that you really want. What feels good about being in your body? And now we're going to come forward. You hold on to that as long as you like. Good. Okay, Jess Trotter wants a bridge. I love it. Okay, left hip pain is on to the guy. I gotcha. Let's roll that spine up, bending the knees. Find your chair. Feeling our heart beating a little bit. Send some gratitude for that. Thank you, heart. Pumping all of my circulation. I want to feel you. Okay, I'm going to cross this other leg. Ooh, this side feels tight. Breath. My back is a little because I had to shovel all that wet, heavy, slushy stuff yesterday. But I'm also going to be grateful for that. I probably should have asked for help with that yesterday. But yesterday's gone, so I'm going to let that go. If you want to lean forward, go ahead. Maybe you're just working it out to be in a chair without even crossing the leg. That's good enough too. Breathe, but don't be afraid to feel your heat. Don't not choose to try something because it might make you a little hot, little heated up, right? We need to build up some of that heat in order to purge. We're going to uncross those legs unless you already have. Bring the hands behind your back. Maybe hold a strap. Maybe you don't do it at all. We come to standing. Hey. And now offer the chest, offer the heart, maybe make a sound and bring it forward. Okay, so while we're here, you can keep the hands here or not. See how much you can try to loosen. Let your upper body hang from your lowest vertebra in your back through the middle of your back, hanging like a wet sack of potatoes. Your neck. Let those arms go whenever you want. And when you do, start to notice where the weight is in your feet. Is it all the way back in those heels? So feel that out, Gaia. Are you all the way back in those heels? Can you start to distribute your weight over the arches of your feet or more toward the front of your toes? And you might feel that pressure transferring from the backs of the legs into the neck. All right, now you might want to try straightening one leg and softening the other so that you can start to feel out that intensity. And I want you to follow with your mind's eye that intensity from your Achilles tendon at the back of your heel through the back of your lower part of your leg, your calf. Feel it as a solid line. Maybe it radiates. Can you feel that tension like a rope going all the way up into the center of that butt? Where is it? Can you adjust how much you tighten that leg or soften it to make it feel a little better? You can vary it and pulse it, and then just switch, straightening the other leg and lightly bending the other. Let it be just a little yoga diagnostic. Good. So everybody else, you can have both knees bent. You can be doing that little exercise of diagnosing, but let's bring some awareness. Where do we carry the weight in our feet? Good. Let's walk the hands out in front of us. Right hand down and twist. Now, maybe you lift the right leg up. Breath. Laugh out loud. I'm going to bend my left knee. I'm going to reach to the back of the mat with the right toes, bringing the toes down. Windmill the arms open and voila, warrior two. Shazam. Good. Let's straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Good. You could be resting these arms at your heart if those arms are giving you any stress. I'm going to keep that leg straight. Reach. Good. Now reach back. See if this hip can move also. Sometimes working that hip joint area in many ways. Now I'm going to move this hip that way. Can start to loosen up what you're thinking, Gaia, and for everyone else, but Gaia gave me really something really specific and coming forward and then move that hip and come back. So rather than just targeting maybe the part of the back of the legs, we start to inspect the whole joint area, the whole mechanism. And then let's reach, squeeze your thighs, don't lock the knees, and triangle. This hand could come here. This hand could come here. Maybe it naturally wants to come here. Don't strain to reach the earth if the earth is like creating issues in your body to get there. This hand can come to your hip. Maybe we're feeling a little glisten on our bodies. Hopefully we are. We're going to bring ourselves up. Good. Bend that left knee. Windmill the hands down. Step to plank. Take a breath. Lower to elbow height or skip it and push it back up. Downward facing dog. You can pedal those heels up and down. Now, sometimes we say that we are going to walk the dog, right, when we're pedaling these heels. But I love to do this when I work with kids. I rarely do this with grown-ups, so why not do it with grown-ups, right? So I'm going to push the heels back, and I'm just going to wiggle the butt side to side. I like to call this affectionately wagging our dog's tail. Breathe. You can kind of do a figure 8 with your hips. Change direction, and here's the beauty of it. You're home alone. Maybe you're just with loved ones or you're by yourself. And so you really don't care who can see you doing this. Let's roll it forward to plank. Breath. Lower down to our bellies. Good. Let's reach the arms out in front of us. Lift the chest. So push the arms down nice and straight. Shoulders back. Unclench the butt. Ask the spine to move without tension around the low end of the spine, so that would be the buttocks, and no tension in the upper region of the spine in the neck. We want to ask it to bend like a pipe cleaner. So we have to give it permission to move, not tense around it. Breath in, exhale, lower it down, walk the hands back, Tuck the toes. Let's see, maybe we can push it right back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Deep breath. Make a sound. Let's look forward. Remember to alternate your legs to step up to the top of your mat. Half flat back. Forward fold. Good. Bend the knees. Sinking the butt back. Lifting the chest chair. I'm going to look up here, see what else I got in the chest. Bridge says when we're down later. Gotcha. Got the bridge. All right, we're going to cross. Maybe we cross. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just stay in that chair. Maybe you lay the chest forward. Maybe you don't. Maybe you take an elbow to the foot and find a twist. And maybe you say, what? Okay, we're not taking obstacles with us into 2021. Everything is possible. Everything, we're willing and open and trying and coming back up to our chair. Uncross the legs. Open the heart. Ready, we're going to come to standing. Breathing in. Try not to lock the knees. If anything, bend the knees a little. And we'll bring it forward, letting your head go. Release the arms when you're ready. Everybody pay attention to where the weight bearing is in your legs. Some of you are bringing those hands behind your calves. Breath in, breath out. Half flat back, left hand down. We're going to twist. Whoo, here we go. Good. Remember, slow down, skip some parts. You can hit this on demand and say, I'm just going to do this little bit, and I'm going to watch Belinda be silly. Maybe you're the goofball who just types in all kind of crazy poses and isn't even participating at all. I'm not trying to give you any suggestions. Maybe lift the left leg up. Breath. Maybe not. Maybe you try. Maybe you start and you go, holy crap. And then all of a sudden something happens. Maybe the something that happens is you stumble. But are you going to keep coming back? How resilient are you? And I know so many of you in this room here today, you are all amazingly resilient. We're going to bend the right knee. Feel yourself reaching for solid earth. That's all we're doing. And then we're going to windmill it open with flair because we all have our own personality, our own style. Love your style. Let your style start to emanate out. And then we'll flow. Now, we can work those hips here, scooping the tailbone under, alleviating some pressure in the low spine, but that brings a little bit more work into the groin. And maybe that area needs to do a little bit more work to support the back, support the hips. So I'm just making those suggestions again, Gaia, because that might be some other areas that need some attention. And then we'll straighten that leg. All right, now we're going to reach forward. Feel reaching and aspiring through this side of us, and then reaching and aspiring through this side. Hey, there's a wall there. There's also a kink right here. And let's reach and reach. Good, and reach. I didn't count, so I'm just going to go into triangle here. If you want to continue to go back and forth, if there's something you're exploring and learning, go ahead. All right, let's scan. Can we be in the back leg and the front leg? Maybe ask the back leg to do more. Ooh, fill up your rib cage and your abdomen with breath. No strain. What's your style? Where we are. Twist the chest. Ooh, y'all, I could stay in this one for a minute. Let's bring ourselves back up. We're going to bend that knee, sink into your warrior. All right, hands down to the floor, stepping it back to plank. Remember, you can use those knees. Elbow height, elbow height, elbow height. Back up to plank. Make all of the noises you want. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we'll bring it forward to plank. Lower yourselves to your belly as intentionally as you can. Let's walk those hands out in front of us. And we'll lift the chest. Relax the backside. Legs as close together as you can. Now this time, if you like, we'll walk the hands in a little bit more. Shoulders down. Whoa. Let the tummy, the belly, and the chest start to stretch and bend. Let it breathe. Everybody check in with your low back and your buttocks. And now we're going to walk the hands in one more time, maybe, all right? You might start it, and if your back's starting to twinge, just go ahead and take the hands a little further forward, okay? So the more that we're walking these arms in and straightening, that may not be for everyone. Try not to clench the low back. You can work the chin and the neck here and the throat. Do you believe you can make more space? Do you believe that you can find a new space of freedom of movement that you can feel, not that anybody else can see? Bunk that, right? Okay, only a few of us want to walk those hands in a little bit more. Whoa, relax the shoulders back, okay? Back. Unclench the booty. Whoa, breath in. Breath out and lower the chest down. Walk the hands back. Tuck the toes. Here we go. We're going to press it up into plank. And straight up. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you're pedaling it in and out. Maybe you're not. Good. Let's look forward and travel the feet up in between your hands. Half flat back. Forward fold. Joe, I'm still waiting on a pose. Let's bring ourselves up to standing. Reach. We're going to work those ribs again. Side, 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 side. Like you're reaching up, up, up. Can you feel this area moving, moving, moving? Good. Maybe find an interlace. Reach up and side bend. Push the legs into the floor. Feel space stretching open in the side of that hip. How about the ribs? Can you breathe in the space in between each rib, bringing yourselves up and over? Breath in, breath out. Feel your skin breathing for you, making new room and new space, and bringing it up. Breath in, maybe a back bend, and chair. Here we go. Breath in. This is the very first sequence we did in the beginning of class. We're going to split it open. I got a wall and stream of pretty lights behind me. Bringing it in and split. Good. Let's bring it back and forward fold. Okay. Some of you want to grab the big toe with your index fingers and thumbs, your peace fingers and thumbs. Some of you have zero desire to do so. That's cool. So you could always just bring your hands behind your calves. But some of you might want to grab those big toes. We're going to lift the chest up halfway. Feel the resistance in the arms, a little stretch in the shoulders. Now pull the top of your head toward the floor. Same deal. Where is the weight bearing in your feet? Are you all the way back in your heels? Can you distribute your weight bearing more toward the front of the foot? Balance it out. Don't ask the backs of your legs to do so much work. Now squeeze your thighs. Lift your kneecaps here. Ask your legs to be active. Stand in them. Ask them to do something. Good. Let's release those hands. We're going to step it back to plank. Maybe lift one leg. Bring it down. Maybe lift the other one. Just kind of see what happens. Maybe you surprise yourself. Good. Let's lift the hips up. Drop the head down, down dog. Shake the head, yes or no. Walk the feet out wide if you like. Let's change something. Spin the heels out. Let the head go. Let yourselves change your impression of what this should look like and feel like. All right, we're going to walk the hands back toward the back of the mat. Same deal. Notice where the weight bearing is in those feet. Lean further forward into the front of the feet. Soften the toes, though. Don't clench. Good, and we're going to bend the knees and roll the spine up gently. All right, we got to bring those feet together. I'm going to move toward the front of the mat here. a little bit. You guys stay toward the back unless you also had a wall behind you that was in your way. I'm going to root into my left leg. I'm going to call out the real legs this time and lift the right. Reaching that leg out. That could look like this. That could look like this. I know sometimes I'm like, don't lean back, don't lean back. Screw that. You know what? Look, if you can lift that leg, lift it. Later, you can bring that spine up. Let's develop some things. Let's accept where we are. I'm going to bring that knee back up. Now I'm going to see, hey, is there a foot down there? I think so. Inner thighs together. Cool. Or you could start to tune me out and go, Belinda, I'm doing good enough right here. Hush. Hush. You're messing me up. All right? You can hold a wall, hold a friend. You could start to push that foot into the hand and feel that stretch in the chest. Maybe that left leg is like, I got you. Maybe your left leg is like, you better hurry up. I don't got nothing. Mine kind of said that. Actually, my calf muscle is starting to burn a little bit. So I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to ungrip a little. Now that left leg said, hurry up. So I'm going to bring this right leg up, breath, reach, and place that foot down. Ooh, left foot on fire. I'm going to shake that out because that's for real, right? Hands behind the back. Maybe reverse prayer. I'm going to show you all this here. Reverse prayer, fingertips down. But some of you may be like, hey, how do I do that thing? And you know what? Sometimes if we've never done it before, we just need to start to let the brain and the muscles and the body parts talk to one another and go, I don't know, but that's fingertips touching. What happens? And then the finger bones might be like, who are you trying to be? Or maybe the palms go, hey, we've always wanted to be right here. All right, so feel that out. Feel the flexibility, the mobile nature of your wrists or non. Hips, got to move the hips. Then lift the rib cage. Push the legs down because you need to anchor yourself. And then see, right? I love looking back behind saying, that's where I've been. Ooh, now I'm going to bring it forward, reaching the chin forward. This is where I'm going. And I'm feeling my legs saying, okay, I got you. We're ready. We can stand strong. We can slow it down because we are secure. And let those hands go. Left hand down, lift the chest, twist. Good. And we'll bring the hands down. Bend the front leg, that right leg. Step the left leg up. And roll the spine up. Here we are. We should all kind of be toward the middle of our mat. Remember, I stepped a little further forward so that I wouldn't run into that wall. And we're going to lift the left leg when we're ready. Maybe you only lifted it a little bit the last time because you're really used to your balance being knocked off. But if you're feeling more steady, don't just stay sheepish. Say, okay, let me see. Can I lift it another inch? And so, whoa, okay, back it down. How about half an inch? Negotiate, navigate with your body. Now I'm going to straighten that out. Breathe. Could that leg be straighter? Could I stand even taller in this one? What muscles are starting to say, okay, you're getting way too cute for yourself. We're going to lift this knee up and find that foot. Now, if you like parts of this sequence, okay, remember when we walk backward in the down dog, you can just do that. Walking backward in the down dog, ending up in mountain at the back of your mat, and do parts of this sequence on your own at home. I'm going to start to push that foot into the hand, reaching the chest forward. Yep, you could try to close that hip, but for many of us, we're just doing good to stay upright. Boom, yeah. Breathe. And bringing it back. Doesn't that feel like 2020, right? Shoot, I did good enough to stay upright. And if I could stay upright and be support for others at the same time, holy moly, let's reach and then bring that foot down. And maybe in the support of myself and support of others, I feel a little burning going on in that foot. And that's legit. I'll say, hey, thank you, foot. I won't ask you to take that much pressure again tomorrow. Well, that's the other leg. All right, find whatever position you want with your hands. You can even just bring your hands to the low back. Let's push the hips forward. Open the tummy, open the ribs, open the chest. Maybe look up, maybe trust to close the eyes. What are the things that have been in your way? What are you practicing that you are evicting and saying, I am not carrying that in my suitcase into 2021? And we're coming forward. Breathe, soften something. Now you could twist the hips forward and back a little here. This might also help you feel that area some, Gaia. Ask yourself, is it a tension in your spine that is pulling into the hip? Is it a tension in the legs that's pulling into the hip or the legs? Sorry, backs of the legs, fronts of the legs. Right hand down, let's twist. No stress in the shoulders. Let the tummy breathe. Good, and release. I'm going to step the back leg up, half flat back, forward fold. All right, so we did the one with the index fingers and thumbs. This time, let's see about, again, this could be laugh out loud. So you could always just have your arms and dangle here. You could have your arms and come back here. You could grab the big toes. But here's the next level that I'm saying, is maybe slide your palms under your feet, toes toward your wrist creases, right? And if this is new to you, maybe your body is like, we don't put ourselves in this shape very often. And I love to massage my hands with my toes. And just ask my feet to suddenly become hand feet and massage them. All right, so choose where you want to be with this. Now, right, you got to lean that weight forward into the front of the toes instead of back in those heels. Pull the chest up. Feel that resistance in the arms. Notice where it refers in your back. And now, bend the elbows out to the sides, pulling the top of the head toward the floor. Ooh, I got to shift forward some here. And that took all of that pressure down into my calf and loosening my upper back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let the tummy expand as much as it will. Purge and massage. Massage those organs. I'm going to release those palms. Good. We're going to bring the hands down, stepping it back to plank. Maybe lift one leg. Maybe not. Maybe lift the other. Maybe not. Good. Let's lower down to our bellies. Walk those hands out in front of us. Arms straight. Shoulders down. Chest thrusting upward. Tummy breathing. And after you do a few breaths, maybe you start to walk it in incrementally and have a few breaths and then maybe change the increments. Feel out where your body is right now, how much you've moved it, how much you've overdone some stuff, how much your body is totally warmed up now and saying, bring it on. We're all in a different space. Neck rotations here. Breathe. What's in your way? What is the hindrance? What is the hindrance from this year? Maybe it's fear. Maybe fear overall impacted you so much. Maybe anger impacted you so much. We all have something we do not need to pack into our luggage for next year. Change direction. Good. Let's lower ourselves down. Walk your hands back. Press your way up to hands and knees. All right, I'm going to step the right foot up and wiggle the right foot over to the left. Now I'm going to face you off. And I'm going to straighten that left leg back behind me. Actually, I lied because I don't have enough space behind me. So left leg back behind me. Now, some of you might want to bring this leg up here. Others of you might want to keep that leg back behind you, but maybe see if the top of the kneecap can face the floor. Now that may require what I like to affectionately refer to as a booster seat. So you might need to bring a block or rolled up blanket underneath of your right butt. Okay, so if that right butt is way up in the air, go ahead and give yourself a seat. Now, pull the right hip bone back a bit, left hip bone forward. And sit up tall. Some of you may aspire to a back bend. And take the upper body forward. Ooh, yeah, it's talking. You can still keep pushing that left hip bone forward a little and release, a little and release. And notice that rocking and what's going on in the right hip, that right upper thigh, that right butt zone. What's super tight? Start to track and map the inner, like, sensual terrain. You don't ever need to know the anatomical terms. Just start to become familiar with the sensations in your body and those locations. And let's start to walk our way back up. Now I'm going to shift my weight to the right butt and bring the left leg up and just swoop it around to the other side. All right, so you can be real conservative here. I didn't talk about this on that other side. By bringing that left heel toward your groin, so that can make it super duper conservative, bringing this heel closer to the groin. Some of you may be like, no, I really want to feel that left center butt area more. Maybe you need a booster seat. You might find that on one side you need the booster and on the other you don't. Right kneecap onto the floor. Ooh, left hip back, right hip forward. Oh, I feel some of my low vertebrae in my back. And it's not that the vertebrae are hurting for me. It feels like all the muscles around it are tight. So I'm just kind of wiggling it, like loosening a screw. Sitting up, breath, and then maybe taking it forward. Remember, left hip back, right hip forward. Go easy. Some of you might want to have a pillow down here in front of you. You might not want to go down very low. Send the breath into the abdomen. This is a good inspection point as well, Gaia, especially if you're feeling like it's locating in your hips. Let the breath kind of massage that space. Breath in. Breath out. We'll roll the spine up. I'm going to bring this back leg out in front of me. I have not neglected you, Jess. We're going to get there. Bottoms of the feet down, knees up. We've got a boat. Okay? Because in order to purge what's in our way, we need to bring things to a little bit of a boiling point. All right. So for some of us, this is more than enough, and we've got the shake and the quiver and the quake going on right here, all right? Others of us, maybe this is where the shake and the quiver will start. I want us all to find where our shake and our quiver start, and let's feel it. It's like that rumble in the jungle. Get it out of us. Feel it leaving you. Feel it, that you're telling whatever is that hindrance toward your embracing full possibility. Doesn't mean the possibility is going to happen. It's just saying, what's the junk that you have said and put in your way to even letting you envision the possibilities? Breathe, feel the quake and the quiver. Knees together if you can. And maybe 2 inches, maybe you're laying down on your back. Breathe, legs 2 inches off the floor, chest 2 inches off the floor. Breath, lowering it onto our backs. Walk the feet in. Separate the feet 4 inches apart maybe. Heels as close to your butt as they'll go. Honor your knees, your thighs. Keep the gaze up to the ceiling. Push down evenly through those feet, okay? Don't just dig in the heels. We're going to be present in our entire body. Before we go anywhere, let's give some gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of my perspiration, my circulation, all of my elimination, because the sweat is a part of the elimination. If you've had to do any other elimination, I hope you've left the room and come back. All of that, yada, yada. Push down through the feet, lift the hips. Good. Now, unsqueeze the butt. Breath. Gently lower those hips down. Bottoms of the feet together, knees falling open. Feel the coolness and the calm. Good. Hands behind your head, elbows out wide. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Don't bend the neck. Breath in. Breath out, lower. And lift. Breath in. Feel working. Feel your quiver. This is you putting some energy and some effort toward removing the thing that's in your way. The can't, the I can't, the should, and lower it down. Not going to bring you with me. Nope, been carrying you around too long. Here we go. And lift. Breath. Lift. Feel your quiver. Don't be afraid of your quiver. That's you growing a new level of possibility. And lower it down. We'll bring the feet down, separate them, another bridge. Keep the arms down alongside your waist. Now you can keep the arms here, press down even through the feet, thrust the hips up. Others of you may want to wiggle, squiggle the arms underneath of you, and maybe you bring the hands together. You can lift the chin up. Just trying to keep the back of the neck from smushing onto the floor. So keep a nice curvature of the neck. Yes, official term, smush. Breath in. Breath out. Now, stay in the pose, but try to unsqueeze the butt muscles. Soften them, soften them. You're probably going to lower a bit. Where did the transfer of the work go to? You know, this really helps me remember that new muscles, new areas can help me achieve my goal, aka asking for help, not just relying the same old, same old. Breathe in. Exhale, release the arms if you've got them. We'll lower the spine down. Bottoms of the feet together. Maybe give yourself a reminder, a touch. A touch and a reminder. We are souls occupying a physical body. We're not bodies with a soul. Whew. All right, one more time, hands behind the head. If you want, lift the chin, lift the chest. Can you get both shoulder blades off the mat? Breath in and lower and straight back up, in and lower and straight back up, laugh and lower. And one more time, let's hold, breathe, elbows out wide. See where you're going. See all that it takes to be right here, to gaze and hold. Honor all of the strength you got. Lower the chest down. Good. We'll bring those knees back up one more time. All right, so you've got that version of bridge, arms down. Maybe you want to try a nice relaxed version with the arms overhead. It gives a nice massage between the shoulder blades. Others of you are going to maybe want to go back to bringing the hands together under you. And the last version that I'm going to offer, because we're embracing new possibility by getting rid of all the junk that's in our way. Some of you may want to, remember what we did when we slid the palms under the toes when we were standing? Maybe you can slide the palms under the heels, all right? So we know all of our options, and the other option is do nothing and lay down in Shavasana and chill out, because that's legit. We can press through the feet, lifting the hips. Honor the structure of your bridge. Maybe just feel right here before you change anything. All of the bridging and the importance of that metaphor in your life right now. Right? What did 2020 bridge you toward? How did you provide a bridge for yourself, for others? Bridging toward what aspiration, what growth in your life? Now, go ahead and put the hands where you like them. If you're going for bringing the hands under the feet, listen to me. Don't walk the feet to the hands. We're going to walk the hands under the heels, palms up. I know it's like, oh, but that's harder. I know. And let go of the aspiration. Like sometimes we're like, I want it, I'm going to do it. Okay, but that would be not the non-harming part of yoga, right? We can't let our aspirations push us beyond our structural integrity. It just means not now. And accept just the little bit that you got to do. Because it's valid. Breathe in and lift. If anybody has done a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, all whatever, you know that each step got you toward whatever that final destination is. Each itty bitty step. Maybe you remember the training of doing, 1 mile and growing from 1 mile to 3 miles. And if you don't remember it, sit back and remember it now. Breath. Each breath, each step. All right, I'm lifting my heels, lowering my hips down. You come down when you're ready, everybody. Bottoms of the feet together. Feel this cooling from all of that activation. Feel what it felt like to work towards some of those spaces of movement and sensation in our bodies without carrying the gunk that's been holding us back. And just feeling what it is. Not asking anybody what it should feel like. Nope, it is your experience. Love it, know it, learn from it so that you can share with others. But you can't share it if you don't know it. You can't share it if you don't feel it. And this isn't something we read about. This isn't something that you need somebody to come and look at your pose and fix you. No. Get to know you. You start to feel out what feels right, what feels heavy, what feels burdened, what feels free. Straighten one leg, straighten the other leg. Adjust your hips, your arms, your chest for comfort. Find where you'd like to be for Shavasana. What has been in the way of you actually committing to practicing Shavasana? And decide to set that thing aside and say, okay, I want to just do the thing. I'm just going to do the thing. It doesn't have to be the best Shavasana in the whole wide world. I just want to be in it for this moment. Just for today. Being mindful and wakeful in stillness. In the body that is the house for my soul for now. Just let the soul saturate through the body, permeating through the skin, through the musculature. Can you feel your soul in the soles of your feet? In the backs of your legs, in the backs of the thighs? In your crevices? Breathe it. Love it. Good. Before we come out, I'm going to invite us to bring the legs together. Bring the arms down alongside your waist. And prop yourselves up on your elbows. So the forearms are rooted. Okay, don't just dig into the elbows. Forearms, feel your palms even pushing into the floor. And thrust the chest open, like pinching the shoulder blades together. That might be a nice way for you to start to open the front of the chest. And this can be good enough. Some of you can lift the head up and over. That can be good enough. Now we're still thrusting the breastbone to the ceiling. So try to touch the ceiling with your sternum. And lastly, others of you can walk the forearms forward and start to lower the very top of your head to the floor into fish. So your whole back is off the floor. Your tailbone is on the floor, but the rest of your spine is arching upward to the ceiling. The top of your head is down. You may have already needed to come out, and if you did, just lift your head, tuck the chin down, and lay your back down. This is fish. Breath. Matsyasana, fish. Open heart. Now, how effortless can you make this? If you let go of 1 degree of strain, what would happen? Let go of any hindrance that tells you you can't. Be willing to step forward and just feel. Just an ounce. Don't go too far. How about breathe a little more deeply, a little more authentically? And then we'll lift the head, tuck the chin down, lower the body down. Take as many breaths as you need to restore before coming up to a seated space. Check in with your physical body. What parts of the body did you really get to touch? Maybe flare your toes, feel them. Say, yep, I felt them today. Felt my ankles today. Definitely felt my hips and my thighs working today. Felt my spine, my back, my upper back. All of it. Felt my belly. I felt my organs. Definitely in that fish there, felt the rib cage a lot. In the throat. Do your inventory. What did you get to touch? What did you get to have a conversation with? And then how about your breath? What did you get to touch in your breath? We'll close with the throat chakra singing bowl. Throat chakra is not only our space of communication, and it doesn't just govern speaking. It does. But it also governs listening. So may we all wish for some balance in our communication to not only utter our truth and be truthful with ourselves about our lives, but may we also be willing to open ourselves to hearing in new ways and listening in new ways, hearing within our own physical body and within our own journey, and hearing others in their authenticity. What are they really saying? Not us reacting and being so quick to trigger and react. All right, so blue around the throat, lots of authentic love and truth and listening. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be free from suffering and the true causes of suffering. There is a lot of suffering. And may all beings know happiness and the true causes of happiness. I hope that you all have gotten to tune in a little bit to what you've been carrying around that's creating some suffering, and you're willing to set it aside as we step into something new next year, and just embrace and carry with you and share all of the happiness. Namaste, everyone. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this has been our Home Yoga Practice Live, December 31, 2020. Boom, yeah. It's been my pleasure to share a home yoga practice with you. If there's anything that you value out of this, please share our videos, our playlists on YouTube or on Facebook. And if it's in your heart or your pocket, please feel free to drop in a donation at paypal.me/justbeyoga. We've been offering donation-based community outreach through yoga for 10 years, and we hope to be able to continue to do so in any kind of form that we can in each new step that we get to have. Thank you. Gaia, you have been an honor to me. Tamil for Happy New Year. Okay, so Putan Dunal Val Tukal. Did I do that right? Let me see. Putan Dunal Val Tukal. I think. I don't know. Gaia will help me on my on my Tamil. But I'm honored. Gaia, you've definitely been a huge blessing out of this year. Sarah, definitely a blessing. Hey, I got your card yesterday. I've got to send you a picture of it. And thank you all so much. Jess, thank you for being a part of this journey and continuing your practice all year. It's been awesome to be able to spend time with you in this way. Joe, Joe, are you still here? Dude, I hope that you are. I love it when the dudes come. I see I gotta go kick somebody out on the YouTube end of things, but whatever. It's all right. They're expressing themselves. Oh, sorry, I kicked you up there. All right. Peace, everyone. Please be safe tonight if you are partying. Do it from a distance. Hold your breath, something like that. I just know way too many people who have been impacted, gotten ill, or who have passed as a result of this virus. And I know that all of life is impermanent, but I'm in no hurry to rush it, and I hope that you aren't either. So, namaste, om shanti, deepest peace, and be well. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. All right, peace, everybody.